They aren't afraid of your anger, they're afraid of your growth. Anger is temporary, a spark that burns brightly for a moment, an explosion that quickly fades. But your growth, that's something else. It's a quiet, brutal force that builds over time until it explodes in a way that no one can ignore. It terrifies them, the weak, the ones watching you from the sidelines, hoping you stay where you are, broken, defeated, lost. They want to see you stay small, stay angry, because that's the only way they can feel comfortable in their own weakness. But when you grow, when you evolve beyond what they've always known you to be, when you stop throwing tantrums and start putting in the work, that's when they feel threatened. They'll crumble, shattered by the sight of you standing tall, not because of the rage in your eyes, but because of the unshakable strength in your bones. You think your anger will make them fear you? No. Your anger is a crutch. It's easy. It's a reaction. But growth? That takes purpose. It takes focus. It demands discipline. You can scream, you can fight, you can lash out, but none of that will bring lasting change. What will break them, what will shake them to their core, is the moment they see you building yourself into something they can't touch, something untouchable. When you put your anger aside and channel that energy into growth, that's when you become a force. That's when they realize they can't stop you. They won't fear your outbursts. They'll fear the unstoppable momentum you build when you reject your weakness. They'll fear the quiet discipline, the commitment, the grinding, relentless pursuit of strength. They'll fear the new you, because that version of you will be unbreakable. And deep down, they know it. Anger is your weakest weapon. It's not power. It's a temporary distraction. A way to mask the fear, the weakness, the helplessness you refuse to face. It burns bright for a second, then it's gone, leaving nothing behind but ashes. People use anger to feel in control, to convince themselves they're stronger than they are, but that's all it is. A facade. You've been using it like a shield, hiding behind it, pretending it's power, but in truth it's just a sign of weakness. It's the easiest way to avoid doing the real work. The work that turns you into something unbreakable. The world isn't afraid of your anger. It's afraid of your ability to control it, to turn it off, to make the choice to rise above it. Anger is a sign that you're not in control. It's a response. It's an emotion that dominates you when you let your weakness dictate your actions. Real power comes from mastering your emotions, not letting them control you. Think about it. Every time you've let anger take the wheel, what did it actually accomplish? Nothing. It never solved the problem. It didn't make you stronger. It didn't make you better. It left you exhausted, empty, and right back where you started. You thought you were fighting, but you were only burning yourself out. The truth is, anger is easy. It's easy to lose your temper. It's easy to lash out. It's easy to blame others, to point fingers, to create drama. But none of that builds you. None of that shapes you into someone who can conquer anything. The real challenge, the real battle, is in rising above it. In choosing to focus on growth rather than destruction. In choosing to embrace discipline, not chaos. That's where true strength is forged. The fire you need to ignite isn't the one that burns you out. It's the one that forges you, shapes you, makes you stronger. And when you choose growth, when you choose control, when you choose to face your weaknesses head on, that's when you become unstoppable. You are your own prison. Look in the mirror. What do you see? A victim? A fighter? Or are you staring at the face of the one thing holding you back from everything you've ever wanted? The truth is harsh, but it's time to face it. You are your own worst enemy. Every excuse, every moment you let fear control you, every time you said, I can't, or it's too hard, you built the bars around your own prison. You've been shackling yourself with your own doubt, your own insecurities, and your refusal to take responsibility. The world didn't do this to you. You did it. Your fear of failure, your comfort in mediocrity, your laziness, every day you delay, every day you waste, you're locking yourself in a cell made of your own weakness. It's time to face the cold, hard reality. You've been blaming everything and everyone. Your past, your circumstances, the people who doubted you, but you haven't been looking at the real cause. The real reason you're stuck. You're stuck because you refuse to break free from the lies you've told yourself. You've allowed your fears to control you, to keep you from pushing forward, from evolving. And guess what? The only person who can tear down those walls is you. The moment you stop playing the victim and realize you've been holding the key all along, that's the moment you break free. It's not the world's fault. You're where you are. It's your fault. It's your refusal to do the work, to endure the pain, to face the struggle. The people who have overcome, the ones who stand tall and unbroken, they chose to face the truth. They chose to stop making excuses. They chose to stop hiding from the discomfort and start growing. It's time for you to do the same. You've been trapped in your own mind. Now it's time to free yourself. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stop expecting things to change on their own. You are the key. You've always been the key. And if you're ready to stop being the prisoner of your own weakness, you can unlock the door and walk out. But only if you choose to. Embrace the pain, embrace the struggle, the moment you've been avoiding. The one thing you're terrified of is exactly what you need to face head on. Pain, struggle, hardship. It's not a punishment, it's a test. It's the fire that forges the steel within you. You can't grow without it. You can't evolve without it. It's the price you pay for strength, for resilience, for becoming the person you've always wanted to be. You've been running from it, hiding from it, but what you fail to see is that pain is the only way forward. Every ounce of discomfort, every second of struggle is shaping you into something powerful. It's turning you into the warrior you were meant to be. Stop pretending that growth is easy. Stop pretending that you can rise without facing the grind. The weak want comfort, they want peace, they want everything handed to them. But the warrior knows that growth comes only through suffering, only through pushing past the limits of what you think you can endure. The real test isn't whether you'll face pain. It's whether you'll keep going when it feels impossible. Will you quit when it gets tough, when the weight is too much to bear? Or will you stand up, grit your teeth, and push forward, knowing that every step, every ounce of effort is moving you closer to who you are meant to become? You've been waiting for the struggle to stop, waiting for the pain to ease, but it won't. It's always going to be there. And that's exactly how it should be. Pain is the teacher, the one that sharpens you, refines you, and builds you into something unbreakable. You want to be great? You want to be unstoppable? Then stop running, embrace the grind, embrace the suffering, because the moment you do is the moment you unlock your true potential. It's the moment you become someone who cannot be defeated. No matter what comes your way, you are the weapon. Understand this now. Everything you need to conquer the world is already inside you. You've been searching for power, for strength, for something outside yourself, but the truth is, it's been there all along. The power you've been waiting for, it's not in your circumstances, it's not in your past, it's not in the people around you. It's in your mind, in your heart, in the way you decide to approach every challenge. You are the weapon. You are the force that will either destroy you or build you into the person you're capable of becoming. Every choice you make, every decision you take, every moment you decide to keep going instead of quitting, that's the power you wield. That's the weapon you need to become unstoppable. You've been holding yourself back, thinking you're powerless, thinking you need more time, more tools, more resources to succeed. But none of that matters. What matters is how you choose to use what you already have. The fire in your chest, the determination in your bones, the resilience that you've been ignoring. That's your weapon. That's what you need to tap into. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but you don't need perfection. You need to take what you have right now and turn it into something that cannot be broken. You've been told you're not good enough. You've been told you don't have what it takes. But those voices, those lies, they're just distractions. The only thing standing between you and your potential is you. You're the one holding yourself back. You're the one who decides whether you rise or stay stuck. The weapon you need to defeat every challenge, every obstacle, every enemy you face is you. It's your mindset. It's your will. It's the unbreakable determination to keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets. When you understand that, when you realize the weapon is you, that's when you stop asking for permission to win. That's when you start taking what's yours. And nothing will stop you. Nothing. There is no easy way out. This is it. The moment you've been waiting for. The point of no return. There are no shortcuts. There is no magic solution. There is no secret path to success. Everything you've been told about shortcuts, about quick fixes, about easy wins, it's all a lie. You want to get stronger? You want to rise above the weak? Then get ready to work. The grind never ends. The struggle never stops. You've been looking for an escape, waiting for the easy way to appear, but the reality is the only way out is through. There is no way to skip the pain, no way to avoid the suffering. And if you're still holding on to the idea that you can find an easy way, that you can make it to the top without paying the price, then you're already defeated. The truth is this: the people who win, the ones who become unstoppable, are the ones who understand that there is no easy. They understand that it's not about luck, it's not about waiting for the right moment, it's about pushing through, day in and day out, no matter how hard it gets. It's about enduring, about showing up, even when every muscle in your body screams for rest, even when your mind tells you to quit. That's where the real battle lies. Not in the struggle itself, but in your refusal to accept defeat. So stop asking for the easy way out. Stop looking for a way to avoid the work. The path you're on will be hard. It will break you. It will test you. It will push you to the edge. But that's exactly what you need. You need to be broken. You need to be tested. You need to feel the weight of every challenge, every setback, because that's how you grow. There's no shortcut. There's no escape. But the moment you realize that, the moment you accept it, is the moment you stop being afraid. You stop making excuses, and you start winning. Because winning doesn't come from avoiding the battle, it comes from embracing it, no matter how brutal it gets. And once you make that choice, nothing will stand in your way. Rise or stay weak. There's no middle ground here. No neutral zone, no maybe next time. You're either gonna rise or you're gonna stay stuck in the same place, drowning in your own excuses. Every moment you hesitate, every time you tell yourself, not yet, every second you waste holding on to the lie that things will get better on their own, you're making your choice. You're choosing weakness. And let me be clear, weakness is a choice. It's not a circumstance, it's not a result of your past. It's the decision you make every single day to stay comfortable, to avoid the pain, to run from the struggle. But here's the truth. Comfort is a trap. It's a lie that keeps you stuck, that keeps you small. And every moment you choose comfort over challenge, you're choosing to remain weak. You're choosing to be irrelevant. The moment you stop fighting for your growth, the moment you stop pushing past your limits, that's when you lose. Not just the battle. You lose everything. Because the truth is, the world doesn't wait for you to catch up. The clock keeps ticking, your competition keeps grinding, and every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. The question is, are you going to keep wasting your time, or are you going to rise? Are you going to keep giving in to the weakness, the fear, the doubt, or are you going to stand up and fight for what you're capable of? There's no one coming to save you. There's no rescue waiting around the corner. You either rise, but remember this, weakness will hold you back forever. It will keep you on the ground, begging for scraps while others soar. The time to rise is now. Don't wait for some magical moment. Don't wait for the stars to align. The time to move is now. You either rise or you stay weak. There's no other option. This is your final test. No more excuses. No more games. No more pretending. You've been given every opportunity to break free from the chains you've put on yourself. You've been shown the path to greatness, but you've been too scared, too weak to take the first step. You've convinced yourself that tomorrow will be better, that one day you'll get it right. But there is no tomorrow. There is no one day. There is only now. This moment. This choice. Will you rise? Or will you stay buried in the lies you've been telling yourself? Look at your life. Look at where you are. This is the result of your choices. Every victory, every failure, it's all been shaped by what you've done or haven't done. You've allowed your comfort to hold you hostage, your excuses to trap you in a cage. But now, you're staring down the truth. There is no way out unless you break the cycle. The time for waiting is over. The time for hesitation is gone. It's time to make a decision. You either fight to become what you've always known you could be, or you stay where you are, lost in your own weakness. Understand this. Nothing is coming to save you. No one is going to give you the life you dream of. No one is going to hand you the success you're looking for. You have to take it. You have to fight for it. It's on you. The only thing standing between you and your greatness is you. So the question is, do you have what it takes to rise? Do you have the courage to face the pain, to endure the struggle, to put in the work that will change everything? Or are you going to stay the same, letting fear, laziness, and excuses hold you back? This is it, the final choice. Rise or stay weak. The decision is yours, and you will live with the consequences. The world is waiting for you to make your move. Don't let it pass you by.